Solving equations. We're going to look at some examples on how to solve some simple equations. We're going to start with number 1 right here. 2n is equal to 4. How you can read that is 2 times some unknown number n is equal to 4. So when we're solving equations, we got to think about inverse operations. So you got 2 times an unknown, or 2 times n. Your inverse operation of multiplication is division. So since we're multiplying n by 2, to get rid of that 2, we got to divide by 2. To keep our equation balanced, we got to do the same thing to the other side. So we got to divide this 4 by 2. These 2's cancel out. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so we got n is equal to 2. To check your answer, you just plug 2 back in for n, and you see 2 times 2 is 4. So what we did on this one, we took 2n is equal to 4, divided both sides by 2, and you got n is equal to 2. Number 2 here, you got r minus 1, so we got some unknown number r. We're going to subtract 1 from it, and we're going to get 9. Well, just think about this for a second. What number, when you subtract 1 from, you get 9? Well, one way to approach this is, just add 1 to both sides, right? So you got r is equal to 10. And the reason that worked is the inverse operation of subtraction here is addition. So using our inverse operations to get r by itself, if we're subtracting 1 from it, you're going to add 1, which is the inverse of subtraction, right? The inverse of subtraction is addition. So negative 1 plus 1 is just 0. So we're just left with this r over here. 9 plus 1 is 10. So r is equal to 10. Problem 3 here tends to give students some trouble, but it's really not that hard. You got b divided by 8. You just ask yourself, what's the inverse operation of division? Well, it's multiplication, right? So if you're going to multiply this side by 8, what must you multiply your 5 by? 8, right? Well, these 8's will cancel out, and that's because, 8 divided by 8 is 1, right? So you're just left with 1b. There's no need to really put that b. And you got 5 times 8, which is 40, right? 5 times 8 is 40. So you got b is equal to 40. So once again, you got b divided by 8 is equal to 5. We want to multiply both sides by 8. I'm just redoing the problem. These cancel out, so you're left with your b. 8 times 5 is 40. All right, one more. We've got p minus 7 is equal to 0. Well, what number minus itself is going to be 0? Well, anything minus itself is 0, right? If you remember that fact, you don't have to do any calculations. You know p is equal to 7. But they're not always going to be that easy, so let's just do the algebra steps here. Well, what are we doing with this p? Well, we're taking 7 away from it, right? So the inverse operation of subtraction is addition, so that's why we're going to add 7. If you add 7 on this side of the equal sign, you got to add it over here. So we got p is equal to 7. Let's see if there's one more that looks a little bit different. Let's do 11 here. So you got 2 plus v is equal to 11. Well, what do we know about v? Well, we know when we add 2 to it, it's 11. So, v is equal to 11 minus 2, which is v is equal to 9. That's one way to think about it intuitively. But let's think about what kind of v we have over here. It's a positive 2 because there's no sign in front of it. If you don't see a sign, it's understood to be positive. So to get rid of a positive 2, you subtract 2 from it. 2 minus 2 is 0, so you were just left with the v over here. 11 minus 2 is 9. So your answer to 11 is v minus 9. So, or you could have, some people like to rewrite this so it's v plus 2 is equal to 11. You can reorganize it. Just keep your sign straight. Subtract 2 from both sides, and once again, we got v is equal to 9. The rest of this worksheet's on algebra. It's on algebra class notes.com. If you look on the link on the description on YouTube, it'll take you right to this page, this worksheet. Print it off, copy it, practice it. It's got the answers, and good luck with it.